Have you ever wondered why some secrets feel almost sacred, as if they hold a power beyond words? For centuries, the rise and fall of empires, the strength and collapse of powerful leaders, and even the fate of entire societies have often hinged on what was kept hidden and what was revealed. The ancient Stoics, masters of inner strength and self-mastery, understood this better than anyone. They embraced the idea that not everything should be shared with the world, and there is immense power in silence, mystery, and restraint. They believed that some secrets should never be spoken of or shared lightly, for doing so could not only affect our own tranquility, but also expose our vulnerabilities to the outside world. In this video, we will dive deep into 10 secrets that, according to Stoicism, should be closely guarded. These are not just trivial matters, they are crucial aspects of life that, if shared too openly, can disrupt the very balance of our existence. Each secret will be explored with profound insights, reflective questions, and examples from history to help you understand why certain things are best kept to yourself. Stay with us, and you will not only learn about these vital principles, but also how to apply them in your daily life for greater resilience and inner peace. Watch until the end to discover all 10 secrets, as each one is deeply interconnected, weaving a tapestry of wisdom that will enhance your understanding of Stoicism and transform your approach to life. 1. The silent battles you're waging. Not all battles are meant to be fought out loud. Every individual faces their own internal struggles, those silent battles that shape us and test our character. These are the personal challenges that remain unseen, the conflicts we face when the world isn't watching. But why is it that we feel compelled to share these experiences with others? Is it for validation, support, or simply to lighten the burden by dividing it with another? The Stoics teach us that not every battle needs to be voiced, and indeed, there is a profound strength to be found in bearing some struggles privately. The philosopher Epictetus often reminded us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When you choose to keep certain battles to yourself, you are not hiding from the world. You are merely discerning about whom you let into your inner circle. Ask yourself, who has earned the privilege of knowing your deepest struggles? Who truly understands the weight of your burdens? When you disclose your internal conflicts indiscriminately, do you risk having your experiences minimized or misunderstood by those who may not fully grasp their significance? Moreover, the Stoics remind us of the transient nature of life's difficulties. What troubles you today may not even be remembered a year from now. If you were to share every challenge openly, could this amplify the situation and give it a larger role in your life than it deserves? There is power in selective silence, a power that enables you to process your emotions more effectively and to approach problems with a clear mind, unclouded by the noise of others' opinions. The digital age makes it tempting to express every emotion, every hardship for the world to see. Social media, with its constant connectivity, beckons us to vent our frustrations publicly. But have you ever paused to consider whether sharing these battles truly helps you? The Stoic approach encourages us to first find resolution within ourselves before seeking external validation. By engaging with your struggles in the quiet arena of introspection, you can confront your thoughts, challenge your fears, and emerge stronger without having made a spectacle of your suffering. Reflective questions. How often do you find yourself sharing your personal battles with others? Do you seek understanding or merely validation when you open up about your struggles? What would happen if you kept more of your internal conflicts to yourself, allowing them to mold you quietly? As you contemplate these questions, remember that some of the strongest individuals are those who have endured in silence, allowing their experiences to shape them internally. The silent sanctuary of your own heart can be the most powerful place to appreciate your resilience. Just as silent battles should be fought with discretion, so too should the whispers of doubt be contained within us. Let us now turn to another closely guarded secret that Stoicism recommends: the quiet voice of self-doubt. 2. The whispers of self-doubt. When doubts arise, silence is your ally. There are moments when we stand on the precipice of decision, our minds clouded by a chorus of doubts. Am I good enough? What if I fail? These whispers of self-doubt are familiar to us all, and yet they often remain unspoken. Stoicism teaches that confronting these doubts quietly can be transformative. Instead of seeking external reassurance, we are encouraged to engage with these thoughts internally, questioning them, reasoning with them, and ultimately understanding their source. Epictetus advises, "It's not things that disturb us, but our judgments about them." If self-doubt is not a reflection of reality, but rather a product of our perception, why do we so often feel compelled to share it with others? Could it be that by expressing these doubts, we are hoping someone will negate them for us, offering a sense of relief from the burden of uncertainty? But is this relief truly lasting, or does it make us dependent on external validation? In the modern world, where every emotion can quickly become a public spectacle, there is unmatched power in cherishing solitude when grappling with self-doubt. By keeping these inner voices private, we can dedicate our attention to reasoning with them without the distraction of conflicting advice from others. External opinions, while sometimes helpful, can also introduce new doubts or magnify existing ones. Would it not be wiser to first tame these whispers within, rather than inviting an audience to add to the noise? Consider the implications of sharing your doubts openly. Does this exposure help you or hinder you? There is strength in privately mending the leaks in your boat before inviting others to assess its condition. The Stoic way is not to avoid or deny these feelings, but to give them the space to unfold and be understood in the silence of your own mind. Reflective questions. How do you typically handle moments of self-doubt? Are there times when sharing your doubts has complicated the situation rather than helped resolve it? What could you learn about yourself by confronting self-doubt in private? In embracing this approach, you cultivate a deeper understanding of your thoughts and fears, enabling you to emerge with a stronger sense of self-assurance. Doubt, when faced in silence, can become a powerful motivator for growth. As we explore the value of keeping self-doubt quiet, we must also recognize the significance of guarding another deeply personal aspect, our future plans. Now, let us examine why Stoicism advises us to keep our aspirations and intentions closely held. 3. Your future plans. Guard your aspirations with quiet dignity. Have you ever felt the pressure to share your dreams and future plans with others? The world seems eager to hear what you'll do next, always curious about your next step. Yet, there is immense power in holding on to your future plans with quiet dignity, rather than letting them become dinner-table conversation or social media announcements. Your ambitions, your dreams, and your goals belong to you alone. They are sacred. By not revealing every detail, you maintain a strategic advantage and preserve the freedom to adapt and change without external pressure. The Stoics often highlighted the pitfalls of speaking too soon. When we announce our intentions prematurely, we expose them to the scrutiny and expectations of others. This can lead to undue pressure, potential discouragement, or even interference. Marcus Aurelius wisely reflected, "If a person doesn't know to which port they sail, no wind is favorable." This reminds us to first set our own course before sharing it with the world. History is replete with examples of those who have boasted of their plans only to see them unravel. Napoleon Bonaparte, for instance, was a military genius who often publicized his strategies and underestimated his opponents. His overconfidence became a liability, leading to his ultimate defeat at the Battle of Waterloo. Similarly, in business, keeping one's ventures discreet can ensure competitors remain unaware of your strategies. The wisdom here is not in secrecy for secrecy's sake, but in the protection of your ambitions from external forces that may seek to undermine them. In our age of constant connectivity, the temptation to share every intention is stronger than ever. But remember, Stoicism encourages restraint. Before you share your plans, ask yourself, is there a benefit to revealing this now, or would I be better served by acting first and speaking later? The path to your goals is not a performance for the world to watch. It is a journey you must undertake deliberately and quietly. Reflective questions. When you share your future plans, are you seeking encouragement or validation from others? How often have external opinions influenced or altered your original goals? Would your aspirations be more likely to succeed if you focused on them privately before announcing them? Protecting the sanctity of your journey allows you to remain steadfast and adaptable. The Stoic way is to let your actions speak for you, revealing your plans only when they are well underway or have already come to fruition. Having discussed the importance of guarding your future plans, let us now turn to another subtle aspect of Stoicism: the value of embracing challenges without making a show of it. How does one navigate the delicate balance between comfort and growth? 4. The temptation of excessive comfort. Growth lies beyond the comfortable boundaries. In a world where convenience and luxury are often just a click away, it can be all too easy to fall into the habit of choosing comfort over challenge. Yet, the Stoics remind us that true growth often occurs when we willingly step outside our comfort zones. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of embracing discomfort, not for show, but for the internal transformation that comes from enduring hardship. When you decide to take on a difficult task, whether it's waking up an hour earlier, enduring physical exercise, or embracing a challenging project, doing it for personal progress rather than external validation is where the real strength lies. Have you ever noticed how people often broadcast their achievements of stepping out of their comfort zones? Sharing these experiences, such as fasting, cold showers, or intense training, may be well-intentioned, but the Stoic approach urges caution. When these acts become public knowledge, the motive can subtly shift. Instead of focusing on internal growth, we might unconsciously seek recognition or applause for our bravery. But who are we really challenging when the world is aware of every step we take? Is it truly about the journey or about how others perceive us? History offers countless lessons about the importance of challenging oneself quietly. Consider Alexander the Great, who, despite his power and access to luxuries, would sleep on the ground and eat the same rations as his soldiers. These acts were not for the sake of appearances, but to ensure that he remained in touch with the reality of life and did not let comfort erode his character. By keeping our endeavors to challenge ourselves private, we ensure that our actions remain aligned with genuine growth, not external validation. Reflective questions. How often do you seek recognition for doing something challenging? When you face discomfort, do you embrace it for internal progress or for the approval of others? What small, quiet ways can you push your boundaries without sharing them with the world? The Stoic way encourages us to cherish the discomforts we undertake. Let your challenges shape you in silence. Let them strengthen you away from the gaze of others. The road to growth is best walked with humility and a focus on internal mastery. The quiet embrace of discomfort prepares us for life's trials, but we must also be cautious about exposing our vulnerabilities. Let us now explore why the Stoics advise keeping our weaknesses discreet. 5. Your vulnerabilities and weaknesses. Guard the tender parts of your soul. Everyone has vulnerabilities, those tender areas that, if exposed, can leave us feeling unprotected or misunderstood. These weaknesses, whether physical, emotional, or psychological, are not failures. They are simply parts of our human nature. However, Stoicism teaches that exposing these areas to the world can often do more harm than good. It is not about denying or hiding your weaknesses, but about recognizing that they deserve to be handled with the utmost care and respect. Why is it that people feel compelled to share their vulnerabilities? In today's society, openness is often seen as a form of strength, and there is a growing trend of wearing your heart on your sleeve. While being authentic is important, are there not some aspects of your life that are too sacred to share with just anyone? When you reveal your weaknesses, do you truly understand how others will perceive them? Or are you risking being judged in ways that might affect your own perception of yourself? History offers us profound examples. Abraham Lincoln, who faced numerous setbacks and bouts of melancholy, did not publicly disclose every struggle. He internalized his difficulties, allowing them to shape his empathy and leadership without letting them define his public persona. Conversely, Julius Caesar's vulnerability was his excessive trust in his closest allies, which ultimately led to his betrayal on the Ides of March. By recognizing your weaknesses and choosing to keep them private, you protect yourself from external judgments that may distort your own understanding of these aspects. Reflective questions. What is your motive when you share a vulnerability with someone? How often do you expose your weaknesses seeking sympathy rather than self-improvement? Would privately acknowledging your vulnerabilities enable you to work on them more effectively? The Stoic practice is not about denying weaknesses, but about choosing carefully whom to trust with them. Your vulnerabilities are not for public dissection, but for quiet reflection and gradual strengthening. By keeping some pages of your life closed, you preserve the sanctity of your journey. Just as we guard our vulnerabilities, we must also exercise caution in expressing personal grievances. Let's delve into why Stoicism advises addressing grievances internally rather than airing them outwardly. 6. Personal grievances, when grievances are best kept within. It is said that carrying a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. Personal grievances, when left unaddressed, can weigh heavily on the soul. Stoicism teaches that by keeping these grievances internal, we cultivate resilience and inner peace. It's not that grievances should be ignored, but that they should be processed internally before sharing them with the world. The way we handle irritation, anger, or disappointment often determines whether these feelings will consume us or dissipate quietly. Reflect on your own experiences. When you voiced your grievances, did it bring you closer to resolution, or did it simply magnify your frustration? By sharing every irritation or complaint, you risk perpetuating negativity and scattering your energy outward instead of directing it towards solving the issue. Stoicism encourages us to pause and reflect. Is this grievance worth sharing? Is it within your control? Would expressing it change anything, or would it merely serve to stir up more discontent? The consequences of allowing personal grievances to fester are evident throughout history. Consider Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton, whose mutual animosity culminated in a deadly duel. Years of unresolved grievances led to an outcome that cost Hamilton his life and Burr his reputation. Their story serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of letting bitterness dictate actions. Modern society often views venting as a form of therapy, but Stoicism advises a different approach. By addressing grievances internally, you gain a deeper understanding of their root causes. This introspective practice often reveals that many of our grievances are fleeting or based on misunderstandings. For those that are significant, the Stoic path is to act with wisdom rather than impulsiveness. Reflective questions. How frequently do you feel the need to vent about minor irritations? Are your grievances genuinely significant, Or do they reflect temporary emotional states? Can you find a way to resolve personal conflicts internally before sharing them with others? Learning to let go of grievances without making them public can transform you into a person of greater equanimity. When we learn to resolve issues quietly, we gain a sense of mastery over our own emotions, leading to a more peaceful existence. While managing grievances internally helps maintain inner calm, it's also important to approach our achievements with the same level of discretion. Let us now explore why Stoicism encourages keeping personal successes to oneself. 7. Your personal achievements and successes. Embrace success quietly. Let actions speak. It is natural to feel a sense of pride when you achieve something significant, whether it's a personal milestone, a career advancement, or the realization of a long-held dream. Yet, in Stoicism, there is a reminder that true contentment comes from within, not from the recognition or praise of others. When we choose to broadcast our successes, we risk diluting their significance and shifting the focus from genuine fulfillment to external validation. Ask yourself, what is the true purpose behind sharing your accomplishments? Is it to celebrate a meaningful experience, or is it to seek acknowledgement from others? The Stoics encourage us to reflect on whether our desire to share is driven by an internal satisfaction or an external need for praise. The modern world, with its constant connectivity and social media, tempts us to document every achievement publicly. But does this tendency to share diminish the personal significance of our accomplishments? When we put our successes on display, we often invite comparisons and judgments, which can undermine the joy that comes from the achievement itself. The legend of Icarus offers a cautionary tale about the dangers of seeking recognition at the cost of wisdom. Elated by the thrill of flying, Icarus disregarded his father's advice and soared too close to the sun, leading to his downfall. His hubris, his need for validation, became his undoing. This myth serves as a reminder that the pursuit of public acknowledgement can sometimes lead us away from the path of inner growth and toward self-destruction. Instead of rushing to share every accomplishment, Stoicism advises a more humble approach. Embrace your successes quietly and cherish them internally. Let your actions speak for themselves. When you allow your achievements to remain a private source of strength, you cultivate self-reliance and inner satisfaction. The unpredictable nature of external praise can be a distraction, but contentment that comes from within is unwavering and enduring. Reflective questions. When you achieve something, do you feel the need to share it with others immediately? Would your accomplishment still be meaningful if no one else knew about it? How often do you seek validation for your successes rather than finding fulfillment in the experience itself? Cherishing your accomplishments quietly can lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment. Let your successes be a testament to your own resilience and effort, not merely conversation pieces for others. In practicing this humility, you not only protect your joy but also maintain a sense of perspective, reminding yourself that achievements are part of the journey, not the final destination. As we explore the importance of keeping our achievements discreet, we also find wisdom in safeguarding the quiet desires of our hearts. Let us move on to discuss why some dreams are best kept as sacred secrets. 8. The quiet desires of your heart. Let your dreams grow in the silence of your heart. There are times when our hearts harbor quiet desires, dreams that are personal, tender, and not yet fully formed. These may be ambitions that seem insignificant to others, like learning a new instrument, writing a book, or traveling to a distant place. Yet, these aspirations often hold a special place in our lives. They are the whispers of our soul, guiding us toward paths that bring us closer to our true selves. Stoicism teaches us that these desires should be nurtured in silence, allowing them to grow without the interference of outside opinions. Why is it that we feel compelled to share our aspirations with others? There is a natural inclination to seek affirmation, to make our dreams real by speaking them aloud. But is it possible that, by revealing our deepest desires too soon, we expose them to the risk of being diminished or misunderstood? The unasked opinions of others can cast doubt on our aspirations, potentially discouraging us from pursuing them with the same enthusiasm. Consider the life of the philosopher Socrates, who famously never wrote down his teachings. His ideas were shared with those closest to him through dialogue, and it is through his student, Plato, that we have come to know his philosophies. This air of mystery surrounding Socrates' personal desires adds to his legend, illustrating that not every thought or ambition must be laid bare. There is a quiet power in holding some dreams close to the chest, nurturing them in the stillness of our hearts. Dreams, when whispered to the heart, are meant to grow at their own pace. They do not require the validation of the crowd. They require your patience and attention. Let your dreams develop in silence, becoming stronger with time. When they are ready, they will emerge on their own, not because you sought to reveal them, but because they are finally prepared to face the world. Reflective questions. How often do you share your aspirations with others before you have even begun to pursue them? Would keeping your dreams private allow them to grow without external pressure? Do you seek validation for your aspirations, or do you pursue them out of genuine passion? Let your quiet desires be your secret strength. Guard them not out of fear, but out of respect for their potential. When your dreams have grown strong enough to endure both applause and criticism, you may choose to share them. Until then, let them remain a quiet song of hope, waiting to be fully realized. As we keep our dreams close to our hearts, we also learn the value of internalizing our progress. Let us now examine why Stoicism advises us to refrain from constantly sharing our personal growth. 9. Your personal progress, growth, flourishes in the silent spaces. Personal growth is a journey, not a spectacle. Much like a caterpillar's transformation within the cocoon, the process of self-improvement is often best undertaken away from the eyes of the world. The Stoic approach to personal development emphasizes the importance of reflection over proclamation. While it can be tempting to share every step of our progress, doing so may shift our focus from genuine self-improvement to seeking validation from others. Imagine if a caterpillar announced every tiny advancement during its metamorphosis. Would this not distract it from the profound change occurring within? Similarly, when we share our progress too openly, we may become distracted by external opinions and the pressure to keep up appearances. This can hinder the natural flow of transformation, making us more concerned with how our growth is perceived rather than the growth itself. Seneca once said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." The focus is on the continuous process of learning and self-development, not on telling others how you are progressing. In the age of social media, where documenting every achievement has become second nature, there is wisdom in asking yourself whether sharing your growth serves a deeper purpose or simply satisfies the desire for recognition. The Stoic way is to let your transformation speak for itself. Allow the changes you make within to manifest outwardly in your actions, without the need for constant announcements. The satisfaction that comes from personal development is most profound when it is experienced internally, free from the expectations of others. Reflective questions. How often do you feel the need to share your personal growth with others? Does sharing your progress motivate you to continue growing, or does it create pressure to maintain a certain image? Can you find fulfillment in the quiet journey of self-improvement without external acknowledgement? By allowing your growth to flourish in silence, you cultivate a sense of internal mastery. The true measure of progress lies not in the number of people who know about it, but in the lasting impact it has on your life. Let your actions reflect your transformation. Let your growth be known through the strength of your character, not the loudness of your proclamations. As we explore the importance of internalizing our growth, we come to realize that emotions, too, must be handled with care. Let us now consider why Stoicism recommends allowing our feelings to settle before sharing them with the world. 10. The gentle ebb and flow of your emotions. Emotions unfold in silence. Let them breathe. Life is an intricate canvas painted with the broad strokes of happiness, sorrow, love, anger, and countless other emotions. While it is common to express our feelings openly, especially in an age where sharing is often equated with caring, the Stoics encourage a different approach. They advise that we hold some emotions close, allowing them to unfold quietly within us. The act of restraint is not about suppression. It is about understanding that feelings are deeply personal experiences that often evolve over time. Marcus Aurelius, in his private reflections known as Meditations, would frequently explore his own emotions, not for the purpose of sharing them, but to understand them. His writings were intimate, capturing the essence of his internal struggles and thoughts, providing a mirror for his soul. He recognized that emotions, when given space, can reveal deeper truths about ourselves. The wisdom in allowing feelings to breathe lies in recognizing that emotions are fluid and may change if given time to settle. When we share our emotions too hastily, we risk expressing only the surface level of our feelings. This may lead to misunderstandings or even trivialize the depth of what we are experiencing. Stoicism teaches us to pause and reflect. Is this feeling something I need to express right now, or should I allow it to evolve within me first? By taking the time to sit with our emotions, we gain clarity and a better understanding of their true nature. Reflective questions. Do you find yourself sharing your emotions immediately when you feel them? Would allowing your feelings to settle before expressing them provide you with a clearer perspective? How might your relationships improve if you practiced restraint in sharing your emotions? Emotions are personal journeys through the vast landscape of life. Not every feeling needs to be displayed for others to see. By letting your emotions breathe, you give them the space to unfold naturally, allowing you to express them thoughtfully and with greater understanding. We have explored 10 secrets that Stoicism recommends keeping private, each offering profound insights into the art of living with inner strength and tranquility. By embracing these principles, whether it's maintaining the sanctity of our struggles, guarding our aspirations, or allowing our emotions to evolve privately, we cultivate resilience, self-mastery, and deeper fulfillment. Thank you for joining us on this journey of Stoic wisdom. If you found value in today's content, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with others who may benefit, and subscribe for more profound insights. We'd love to hear your thoughts on these Stoic principles, so leave a comment below about which secret resonated most with you or how you plan to apply Stoicism in your life. Let us continue to learn and grow together, keeping the flame of knowledge burning bright. May you find strength in silence, peace in reflection, and wisdom in every challenge you face.